Good afternoon and welcome to Navigating GW's Advanced Manufacturing Titles in Blackboard Ultra. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Christina Thomas and I'm the Learning Design Specialist at GW Publisher. Before we begin, a few items. First, this is our product and platform webinar series. We will have a number of these throughout the summer. And if you would like to visit our calendar, it shows which type of GW products we are going to demonstrate and in which platform. So this link right here will send you to our calendar for the summer, which can be found on our Professional Learning Hub. I will add this link to the follow-up email for anybody that has registered to access this recording at the end of the session. The two titles we will be focusing on today are Print Reading for Industry, as well as GD&T. So moving right along, just a quick overview. We are going to show how to find the GW products in Blackboard Ultra, and we are going to go over the course layout. We are going to go over instructor and student activation, and we are going to review all of the instructor resources that come with a number of our advanced manufacturing titles in Blackboard Ultra. We'll navigate some of the digital activities and do a quick overview of how to access assessments in Blackboard Ultra. So I'll go ahead and jump right into the demo. And then we will end this with just some support and resources that you can find in our support center. So I will have to toggle between screens. So I'm going to stop sharing real quickly this PowerPoint, and I'm going to switch over to my Blackboard course. As I said, I will be going in between Print Reading for Industry as well as our GD&T titles. So starting with Print Reading for Industry, once the material has been imported into your Blackboard Ultra course, and this is typically done by a system administrator, but it can also be done by the instructor, we will be starting the webinar basically with what happens once it's imported into your course. So you should see just one module here where you can expand it, and you'll be able to see a resources folder and then one folder for each one of the units or chapters that come within that title. And it just depends on the title. So this resources folder is going to be very important for both you and your students. It will begin with a link that reads activate your subscription. So you will not see a link here like we do with the activation code. You will be sent an activation code either by your educational consultant or our customer service department. But once you get that 16-digit access code, you will then select the activate your subscription link. And you will see this message. You will enter the access code here, select I agree to the terms, and activate your key code. Now I've already activated, so I'll get an error message if I go ahead and put that in. But as soon as you activate it, you will get a green message which reads, thank you for activating your subscription. And now you will be able to access any of the materials that come with this content. In regards to student subscription and activation, it is exactly the same path, which is to have them get their 16-digit access code, select the link, enter it into this field, agree to terms, and activate the key code. After that, they will only see the links and the content that you have made visible to them. So as of right now, this is visible to students. The activation code here is hidden from students. The online instructor resources, of course, is hidden from students. And so those are the things that you'll want to determine. What do you want students to see right away? What do you not want them to see ever? And so, of course, the online instructor resources would be something we would hide from students. And the activation links we would want to keep visible to students, as well as the ebook and a number of other materials. So I am going to jump over to the ebook. The Print Reading for Industry ebook is on its own link. Once you select that link, you will be able to see this button, which reads Read this ebook, and it will launch into a new tab in your browser. So lots of great features in this platform. On the bottom, you will see a next option to go to the next page. On the bottom right, you will be able to see an opportunity to enter in a specific page. You can type in that page and then you can select go. And it doesn't typically take this long. I'm sure this is just because I am sharing my screen. But then you will be able to see what is on that specific page. And as you scroll down, you will see how it is going down to the next pages, et cetera, et cetera. Additional features include in the upper right-hand corner, you will see contents, which is basically the table of contents. I'm going to scroll down a bit and see how you can jump to later sections of this book. So I'll select Unit 2, Line Conventions and Lettering, and it will link me to that section where you can continue scrolling down to see the graphics and the text that are in this unit. In addition, there are appearance settings. Here you can zoom in or zoom out. You can also change the theme. And then you can also change the font, excuse me, style, the size, the letter spacing, lots of accessibility feature options for you and your students. There are additional options here. There is an opportunity to print a few pages to PDF. It is not the entire book. There is a small percentage that you can print to PDF. There are a few there's a percentage of the book that you can download for offline use. So if you are not in a place where you have online access, but you already have a section of the text available to read in a time when you're not going to have Wi-Fi, then that would be what the feature can do for you. You can download it for future use, and then you'd be able to access it when you are not connected to the internet. In addition, you can do a keyword search. So depending on the keyword search, you may have lots of results or very few. And then you can scroll down, read a quick sentence or so, and link to that section of the book. And along the way, you can actually bookmark certain pages, which will become available next to the table of contents, and it will just keep track of as many pages that you bookmark. Another great feature, an accessibility feature, is our text-to-speech option. In the bottom right, you'll see an ear icon where you can select that. Select play. And you will see that it is underlining what is being read. You can skip ahead, you can go back, and you can also change the speed or the type of accent that is available in this e-reader. In addition, there is an opportunity to highlight and take notes along the way. So if I wanted to remember this for future use, I can highlight it, choose my color of choice. This part, if I wanted to not only highlight it, but also create a note to go with it, I can also do that. So my notes, I'm going to have green, and I will say, oh, remember for quiz 1, and save it. And all of my notes and highlights will be curated over here on the left under the notes and highlighted section. There's also an option to create your own flashcards along the way, and copy a bit of content if you needed to do a direct quote, or if you needed to create a paper, you could also do that as well. So that is how the ebook works. We have additional opportunities for you to learn about the ebook features as well on our support center. In addition to the ebook, I'm going to go over to the online instructor resources. Now, by default, you will see that the online instructor resources and most of our links actually open within the Blackboard Ultra course. So some people like to keep it like that, but there is an opportunity to actually make it a bit of a better viewing experience for the users, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So if you would like to actually expand it to the whole width of your browser, you can do that. To do that, you would go to the three dots to the right of that link, select edit. And rather than have the online instructor resources or any link for that matter open within Blackboard Ultra, you can actually select open in new window and save. And now the next time you select the online instructor resources, it's going to open in a new tab. And now you can see that the online instructor resources in a bigger view. And it might be easier for you to see and select and see all of the resources that come within this feature. So to begin, there is going to be a resource materials section here. And this is whether you're in print reading for industry or if you are in GD&T. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and just select GD&T so you can see it is very similar. Online instructor resources. I'm going to want to go ahead and open that into a new tab. And now when I select it, you will see that there are resources materials. And so just depending on the title will determine how many instructor resources come within this title. So the resources materials, there's not too many specific to instructors material for the overall textbook, but when you scroll down, you'll be able to see specific resources for each chapter. So it will have a lesson plan, an answer key, and a PowerPoint presentation. All of these are completely editable. The instructor has the option to download and edit them at their leisure, make changes if they want. Because this GD&T title doesn't have too many instructor resource materials, I'm going to go back to the print reading for industry because this does have a few extra ones. So instructors materials, I will scroll down. Here there's an introduction. These come as a PDF, so you can select it, download it, save it to your computer if you like, and be able to view it a bit later. Textbook prints, PDF files. Let me open this. And so you can save this. It's a PDF, so you won't be able to edit it, but this you can go ahead and save and print if you like. Another section is the large AP bonus print PDFs. So again, you can select this to download, you can print it, you can show it up on the projector for student viewing. This is not something students would have access to unless you put it in the course because this came in the instructor resources section. So just a reminder there. We have other construction titles that have different instructor resources. So if you're using a different title, you can, of course, reach out to us with any questions, but know that it would just be found under that subheading. And when you scroll down, again, you will see there is a lesson plan that you can download, textbook, answer keys, and PowerPoint presentations that you can download, open, and edit. So I'm going to go ahead and open this and then I will show it real quick because I know I'm just sharing my window. So I'm going to go ahead and switch that. Choose the other PowerPoint. All right, so this is the PowerPoint that comes with print reading for industry. It is all laid out for you. Again, you can feel free to edit it in whichever way you like. You can change the images, change the text, the font, whatever you like. If this is something that you would like to make available for your students, of course, you can add that to the Blackboard Ultra course. and they would be able to access it as long as you import it in there for them. So I'm going to go ahead and to my course. Okay, moving right along. In this title, Print Reading for Industry, you will see that it comes with large bonus prints. And this again opens in a new window if you instruct it to do so. But these are used to answer textbook end of unit bonus print reading exercises. So there's always a little description in our digital assets. So I am going to select, let's see, I have this open for me to show. Yes, so this right here, let's see, that was 36. Yeah, let me jump to that real quick. All right, so bonus print reading exercises. So these are based on the various bonus prints located in the folder. So in the book, it instruct you where to go. And then here, so you would just select this, be able to view this and know that this is going to apply to the bonus print reading exercises that are within the textbook. So that's where those would be used. So those are the large bonus prints. I'll go ahead and move on to the 3D files for featured parts. Now, these come as 3D PDFs, excuse me, and STL files, which you would need the proper program to be able to open those files in. Otherwise, you can use the 3D PDFs that they can be viewed in. And I have one opened, which I will go ahead and share real quick so you can see how that works. So you would just go ahead and select this to download it. And then a number of files will download. And once you are ready to open one, you would open it and it would look like this. Let me just switch over to that. Right here. Okay, so this was just one that I opened, and this is not a program you would have to pay for. You would just have to have the reader that makes it available for you to view the 3D PDFs. And so you just toggle along to see everything that comes within this file, and then you move on to the next file as well. Okay. This title, as well as a few of our other construction titles, also come with a video library. Within this video library, depending on the title, you will see a number of videos. And so I'll go ahead and select one. And you can play this video. We have the author that is actually explaining it while showing things behind him, which is really great. This is an accessible video player. You have the transcript that is shown here. You can also choose to have closed captioning. So it is currently on. You can have it on or off. You can jump 10 seconds ahead, 10 seconds behind. This video is 10 minutes. So this is a longer one. But one of the great benefits of this video player is that you can actually search within the transcript. So I'm going to show the transcript and you'll see the timestamps here. If I wanted to search for a specific part in this video, I would go ahead and type in a keyword. So there's 36 results with this keyword, and I'm going to say, oh yeah, this is the section I was referring to. So I'm going to link to here in this video, and I will continue watching it from here. So this is just one of the great features that comes with our video player. So I'll go ahead and pause this. You can, of course, extend it to make it full screen. And then of course you can open it in a new tab as well. Within your course, you will also notice that there are a number of folders for each chapter or unit, depending on the title. So I will go ahead and select Chapter 1, Prints, the Language of Industry. And here you will see a few self-assessment activities and a review item that comes with this product. I'm going to jump over to GD&T so I can show you what that looks like here. So I'll go to Introduction to Dimensioning and Tolerancing. And the e-flashcards is one of 3 self-assessment activities that is really great interactive practice, something that students can do on their own. They can do with a partner. You can do as a small group, large group. Basically, you're just kind of testing yourself. So annotated model, think in your head what it is, check the definition. If you're right, move on to the next one. If you're practicing these a few times and you feel really comfortable with one term, you can go ahead and remove it from the deck. You can go ahead and select the main menu in the upper right and choose to view by term or definition. You could reset the card stack, as I removed one. And once you reset it, you can apply it, and now everything is back. On the left-hand side, you could see all of the other links that come within this folder. There's a matching activity for each chapter and in each of our books. So if you wanted to just have the students do this on their own, they could go ahead and do that. Just fill in what they believe the answers are. And I'm just making this up as we go along. Check answers. Now, we call this a self-assessment activity because it gives you immediate feedback. And the students have an opportunity to continue trying until they get all the answers right, if that's what they choose to do. So this will not be a grade that goes into the grade book automatically. We have different assessment items for that purpose. But I've seen some instructors who have decided that they will give, participation points for even trying this. And so one suggestion we've made is to take a screenshot of the final results, and then you can have the students submit that to you as an assignment, give them a quick participation grade if you were looking for a grade for encouraging them to complete this activity. Vocabulary game, this is something that they could do by themselves, small group, kind of a Jeopardy style. You could do it as a whole class. So read the question, check the answer. Ooh, it's wrong. So then we can move on to the next one, check answer, and you can keep practicing until you get all of them right as well. Certain titles will come with chapter review. And you will see that this will download as a docx file. So I know you can't see this at the moment, but I will go ahead and switch and show you what it looks like just so you can see it. Okay, so instructors like this a lot because they have the ability to edit this to meet their needs. And so this is like the multiple choice questions and true false questions, fill in the blank questions, short answer questions. You can enable editing, and you can edit the verbiage of the questions. You can remove some of the questions, completely up to you. You can use them as is. Students can fill these out and then they can submit them to you as an attachment within your Blackboard Ultra course. You can also print these, have them fill it out on paper pencil, and then turn it in by hand. So whatever works for your course is completely fine. In this GD&T title, there's actually a study guide. This is not in all titles. Like I said, there's a number of features that are unique to certain titles, but most likely all of them will come with some form of ancillary item like a docx file. And so these provide students with an opportunity for self-assessment as content is presented or assigned. And so students can download it, fill it out, submit it as an attachment within Blackboard Ultra, if that is how you would like to collect it, or they can just hand it to you in person. So of course, completely up to you and how you would like this to be turned in if you choose to use these. I'm going to go back to print reading for industry because there are certain construction titles that actually have what we call drag and drop activities. And so I wanted to show you that. You may see certain links that just have like a random term and it's not following the pattern of Unit 2 e-flashcards, Unit 2 matching activity, Unit 2 review, etc. And so this usually means it's some sort of additional interactive activity. So in this case, it is alphabet of lines. And so this is the instructions are here so they can read that, but this is highlighted. So we want to find which one of these fits with hidden lines. So I'll just go and select it next. I can do next because I got that right. Break line. Great. And then, okay, so just want to show you that if you get it wrong, you can select try again, and then you just keep trying until you get that right and are able to move on. This is another one of those that is not going to go directly into the grade book. This is just practice, self-assessment practice for the students. Now, I did want to spend a few minutes on assessments. However, we do have different webinars for our GW assessment platform by itself because there are so many great features we want to highlight and didn't want to have overload in these 30-minute webinars. So what I am going to do really quickly is just at least show you how to get started, and then I will direct you over to our Professional Learning Hub page where we have a calendar and you can find GW assessments that are going to be shown and that you can sign up for in July. So what you would do is if you have a GW product that is a 2026 copyright or newer, it will come with our GW assessment platform. And so this is another thing that your LMS administrator will set up for you. And then you as the teacher would just be able to use it. So GWA teacher application, this is what it would be called when we are looking for it in the content market. And so I've already added it, but teacher application, you would just add it. And we have how-to guides on how to do that if you're uncertain. And so I would select this link once it is added to my course. And this is what our assessment platform looks like. Now, for me, I have basically all of our titles in my library. You as the instructor would only have access to the titles that have been purchased. And so you would probably have a much smaller list here, which is great for you to be able to easily find what you're looking for. But this platform is where you would find the assessments that come with the title. So print reading, I would just search for that. And here you would see that our assessments for this title come with pre-test, post-test, and exam questions. So you give a pre-test before teaching the content, a post-test to see the growth, and then an exam that will test the students on everything that they have learned in that chapter. And so GW assessment, like I said, there's a separate webinar for this, but I did just want to show you what it looks like. This is where you would view the assessments. You can edit them. You can add your own questions. It's really a tremendous platform. And once you go back into your course, you would actually assign these assessments. So then it goes into your Blackboard Ultra gradebook. And so we have an entire instructor guide on how to do that, which I will show you here. This is one of the links I'll be sending, the PDF download instructor user guide. You would select this and you'd be able to see how to set this up. As far as the instructor is concerned, create assignments in Blackboard Ultra using GW assessment. So those instructions are here. Feel free to sign up for one of our webinars as well. Last thing to show you before our 30 minutes is up is to show you some of our support links. So there is a link to our support center that shows product overviews and video tutorials of our GW advanced manufacturing products. So I highlighted 2 today, but there are plenty more, and you could find them at this link here. There are also a number of knowledge-based articles on how to use any of our products in Blackboard Learn, that's this one, and Blackboard Ultra, that's this one. And then there's a link on how to submit a support ticket and how to access our support center for other questions as well. If you have questions about using certain content on different devices, and et cetera. So a tremendous wealth of resources to help guide you, and always the option to submit a ticket where you can get an individualized webinar so we can make sure that you are successful. Our 30 minutes is up, but I did want to just end with this QR code. We are always happy to collect any feedback. So if you have any specific questions you would like to ask about what you saw in this webinar, feel free to scan the QR code. There's a section for asking a question, but otherwise this takes about 60 seconds. Let us know how we did. Let us know if you're still curious about anything else. Feel free to sign up for any of our other webinars. And we're glad you joined us today. Look forward to seeing you next time.